Man cannot reshape himself without enduring hardship, for he is both the sculptor and the stone. This profound reflection by Alexis Carrel encapsulates a timeless truth. Transformation demands sacrifice. It is an act of creation through destruction, where the familiar must be stripped away to reveal the extraordinary beneath. Imperfections fall away as the hammer meets the chisel, yet each strike is uncomfortable. In this tension lies the essence of self-mastery, a process revered by the Stoics as the path to enlightenment and resilience. With the dawn of a new year upon us, consider this. What weights still anchor you to the past? What habits, long outgrown, have become the chains that bind you? The Stoics challenge us not to glance at these burdens merely but to confront them with courage, for it is only in release that we find renewal. To carry the unnecessary into tomorrow is to rob ourselves of the potential that waits just beyond the horizon. This is not about fleeting resolutions or surface-level promises. Instead, it is a deliberate shedding of what no longer serves our journey, a conscious refinement of character and thought. Imagine entering the next chapter of your life unshackled, hands-free, to shape a future aligned with your highest ideals. Guided by the wisdom of the ancients, let us explore the habits that must be left behind to carve a path toward a more virtuous and enlightened self. Are you ready to embrace the courage to leave the old behind and step into the masterpiece you were always meant to be? Lesson 1. Breaking chains, freeing yourself from the illusion of control. Have you ever felt the crushing weight of trying to control everything around you, only to realize that the tighter you grip, the more life seems to slip through your fingers? The Stoics posed a profound question. How much energy do we waste wrestling with forces beyond our influence? This illusion of control binds us, tethering our minds to endless frustration and robbing us of the serenity we seek. Epictetus reminds us that freedom begins when we distinguish between what is within our power and what is not. To cling to the uncontrollable is to shackle ourselves to a life of unnecessary suffering willingly. Think of a sailor battling against the wind, adjusting every sail and pulling every rope to command the storm. Yet the storm rages on, indifferent to his efforts. What if he chose to navigate with the wind instead, steering with wisdom rather than resistance? Like the wind, life's circumstances are often beyond our control, but our ability to respond calmly, deliberately, and purposefully is always ours to wield. The quickest path to inner peace is to release this burden of false control and focus instead on what truly matters: your thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Imagine the clarity and energy that would emerge if you redirected your focus from external chaos to your internal compass. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." What might you achieve if you let go of the futile need to control what cannot be controlled? What possibilities would unfold if you embraced the liberation from accepting life as it is? The new year beckons you to cast off the invisible chains of this illusion. Step into a life of genuine freedom where your energy is spent cultivating virtue, embracing resilience, and steering your actions toward purpose rather than frustration. Let today be the moment you abandon the habit of trying to control the uncontrollable and begin sculpting the masterpiece of your mind and soul. Lesson 2. Extinguishing the flames, releasing the grip of resentment. Have you ever felt resentment smolder within you? A fire that burns quietly yet relentlessly, consuming your peace? The Stoics ask us to reflect deeply. How much longer will you allow bitterness to dictate the story of your life? Resentment, though often justified by perceived wrongs, is a burden we willingly carry, a weight that anchors us to the moments we wish to leave behind. Seneca described resentment as a poison we drink, hoping to harm another, but we are weakened, our strength eroded by its corrosive touch. Imagine carrying a hot coal, intending to throw it at someone who has wronged you. While you wait for the right moment, Your hands blister, the pain intensifies, and still, you refuse to let go. This is the nature of resentment. It damages us far more than those we hold it against. The Stoics remind us that true freedom lies in releasing such destructive emotions, not for the sake of others, but for the sanctity of our inner peace. The quickest path to serenity is to transform resentment into understanding and forgiveness. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." What might your life look like if you chose to release the weight of past grievances? Would you not find yourself lighter, more accessible, and more capable of gracefully navigating life? As the new year approaches, consider the calm you wish to cultivate. Life is fleeting, too precious to spend trapped in the cycle of reliving old wounds. The time has come to extinguish the flames of resentment and reclaim the energy it has consumed. Marcus Aurelius urged us to view each challenge as an opportunity for growth, asking, "What stands in the way becomes the way." Let the past serve as a teacher, not as a prison. Today, choose to unburden your heart and mind. Release resentment, and in its place, embrace forgiveness, not as a weakness, but as the ultimate act of strength. Doing so creates space for tranquility to flourish, guiding you into a new year where peace, resilience, and clarity reign. Lesson 3. Unshackling the mind, breaking free from perfectionism. Have you ever been paralyzed by the relentless pursuit of perfection, endlessly refining every detail yet feeling as though nothing is ever good enough? The Stoics posed a piercing question. How much longer will you allow the illusion of perfection to imprison your progress? Though perfectionism often masquerades as a virtue, it is a thief that robs us of time, peace, and action. It shackles us with fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of imperfection, preventing us from stepping boldly into life's opportunities. Imagine an artist refusing to paint until the perfect brushstroke technique is mastered. In waiting for flawlessness, the canvas remains empty, and the masterpiece that could have been is never born. Life is much the same. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You must act as nature intended, imperfectly but earnestly." Perfection is an illusion, a moving target that recedes further with every step. The Stoics urge us instead to embrace progress, for it is in action, not hesitation, that growth occurs. The fastest way to liberate yourself from the chains of perfectionism is to shift your focus from outcomes to efforts. What might you accomplish if you allowed yourself to move forward, even imperfectly? How many dreams would come to life if you accepted that missteps are not failures, but essential steps to mastery? As Epictetus taught, we are disturbed not by things but by the opinions we hold about them. Struggling for progress rather than perfection is reclaiming your time and energy for pursuits that truly matter. As the new year approaches, consider the freedom you wish to carry forward. Imagine unburdening yourself from the need to control every detail, releasing the fear of being not good enough. Perfectionism, if unchecked, becomes a barrier that stifles creativity and dulls ambition. The Stoics remind us that action is the enemy of overthinking. Let your deeds speak, no matter how humble or flawed they seem, for they are the seeds of transformation. This is your moment to step off the endless treadmill of perfectionism. Accept that life's beauty lies in its imperfections and growth in the courage to take the next step, even if it isn't perfect. Let the new year testify to your ability to create, build, and evolve without hesitation. In doing so, you break free from the tyranny of perfectionism and open the door to a life rich in experiences, progress, and fulfillment. Lesson 4. Embracing the light, releasing the fear of the unknown. Have you ever hesitated at the edge of opportunity, held back by the paralyzing fear of what lies ahead? The Stoics ask us to confront this fundamental question. How long do you let the fear of the unknown dictate your life? Fear, while natural, can become a shadow that dims our potential, preventing us from embracing life's uncertainties. It whispers of risks and failures, magnifying doubt while obscuring the boundless possibilities beyond the horizon. Imagine a traveler standing before a vast, uncharted forest. The path needs to be clarified, and the destination remains uncertain. Yet, is it outside their power to take the first step? Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The unknown is not a barrier, but an invitation to explore, grow, and transform. The Stoics teach us to approach the future not with trepidation, but with curiosity and courage, understanding that fear is often a projection, not a reality. The fastest way to dispel unknown fears is to focus on what lies within your control, your actions, your preparation, and your perspective. What might your life become if you replaced hesitation with boldness, uncertainty with trust in your ability to adapt? As Epictetus observed, some things are within our power, while others are not. By accepting this truth, we free ourselves from the weight of anxiety over what cannot be foreseen or controlled. As the new year approaches, envision stepping into it with an open heart, unburdened by the fear of what may or may not come to pass. Life is inherently uncertain, yet it is in this uncertainty that its richness and beauty reside. To embrace the unknown is to embrace the fullness of existence, to welcome challenges as opportunities, and to trust that every step forward reveals the next. This is your chance to release the fear that has held you captive. Accept that the unknown is not to be feared, but embraced as the fertile ground where growth and discovery take root. Let this year be a testament to your resilience and bravery, a time when you rise above doubt and stride confidently into life's unfolding possibilities. Doing so honors the Stoic wisdom that reminds us, what stands in the way becomes the way. Conclusion. As the new year stands before us, a blank canvas awaiting our choices brushstrokes, the Stoics' wisdom reminds us that transformation begins within. It is not the external chaos that defines us, but our ability to navigate it with courage, grace, and purpose. The habits that no longer serve you are not just obstacles, they are opportunities. Opportunities to release, grow, and align your life with your highest potential. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." What colors will you choose to paint the year ahead? Will you allow doubt, anger, overthinking, and pessimism to dull the vibrancy of your spirit? Or will you embrace confidence, serenity, mindfulness, and optimism as the guiding principles of your journey? The Stoics believed in the power of deliberate action and intentional living. This is your moment to act, to shed the weights of the past and step boldly into the life you were meant to live. Every choice you make today is a brushstroke on the masterpiece of your life. Choose wisely, with courage and faith in your ability to rise above. If you found these lessons meaningful, imagine what more lies ahead. Let's continue this journey of growth together. Subscribe to our channel and join a community committed to exploring the timeless teachings of Stoicism and the pursuit of self-mastery. Your path to a more enlightened and resilient self starts here, and we are honored to walk it alongside you. The future is yours to shape. Embrace it with strength and clarity, knowing that within you lies all you need to overcome, thrive, and create a life of purpose and fulfillment. Let the year ahead be your testament to the power of transformation.